Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in. Check out your boy, P-Funk. Thinking right out here in my lab. You know what I do? I'm in here. I do it for you. Today, I'm putting the book aside because I want to talk about a family issue that I think y'all need to be up on. Right thinkers. We're going to talk about death. Oh, yeah. Let's go. Rightisms. 25 rules to live by. Storytelling. Story with a message. There's a message in my stories for life. I give you life lessons. Here's another one for you. Real life. Okay? That's what I do. You tune in to receive them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Now let's get down to business. Right thinking mission, and I'm on it, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking way of life through mental and spiritual discipline practice daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. See where we're going with this? Let's get there together. So I asked the question, do you know you? You will them through. That's what I do. It's rhetorical, but if you have an answer for yourself, tune in. I got you. Know thyself. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not. Simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do. For you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous, avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm a spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you, right thinkers. Know thyself and to my eye be true. That means to yourself, okay? Just in case. Right thinkers. Let's talk about dealing with death of a loved one. There's the philosophy that I practice that helps me deal with death. And it appears to some people as different. You know, in New Orleans, they celebrated death. Our ancient ancestors, we didn't fear death. We understood death was a phase of life. So let me take you a quick lesson. That's what I was talking about. But the whole idea is, you ever notice how everyone can master mourning and grieving for somebody else? Everyone else, pretty much. Everybody got, it's going to be all right. Everybody got some advice. Everybody got the soothing words, all that nonsense. Which is, no, I can't say that. I get that. They can do all of that and be cool and calm and nice until it's dim. You know them kind of people? They can tell you about everything, how it should be. But when that same thing happens to them, they don't listen to nothing you say. I am a master of myself, aka I got control over my emotions. That right there. That ability in my actions out of my emotions, what I call self-control. You can't claim to have self-mastery and you can't control your emotions over somebody dying, a loved one. I wasn't enlightened when he passed. I wilded out. Again, from experience, man, I would never do that. Man, I was embarrassed. Why? I thought, that wasn't, I wasn't ready. Simple. Moving on. Fact. Now, love my mother to death. When she passed, why you ain't broken up? Really? My mother talk every day. We know what's good. So I'm not beat for that. Okay? Moving on. Now, I will only give my life advice if I'm asked. I will tell you the truth. So if that ain't what you want in a crisis or a situation, don't ask me why. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to candy coat it. I'm not got time for none of that. So if you want the truth, I'm the man you want to come to. I will give it to you. Simple. Understand that. And I ain't going to just give it to you. I'm going to show you how to do it. Moving on. I'm someone's in someone's time of grieving, when they have lost a brother, sister, mother, father, aunt, uncle, whoever, a loved one, whatever, a friend, don't make a child, but when they going through that, you should just what? Be there for them, if and when needed by them. Other than that, shut the hell up. That don't do nobody any good hearing your nonsense about how things. Let them be. Let them be. I had to do my own thing. Get it. I knew that enough then. Why? I didn't want people to see me like that. I done got better since then. But my whole point is that that's emotion that you don't control. It's okay to have emotions, but it's better to have control over them. That's all. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's it. Death, again, in the philosophy that I teach, is the other side of what? Life. You got heads, you got tails. You got up and you got down, and you got out. So it's the opposite of life. Ain't no difference. But no buts. Stop with the but when a simple fact. Deal with it and move on. I don't need to hear no buts. I don't cry for the dead. Okay. Oh no, excuse me. Let me explain something to you. We getting that. Death is the other side of life. You can't have one without the other. Again, if you're born, you're gonna die. So get past that. And I had to. My studies of my Kemetic philosophy helps me to what? Put death in perspective with life. Simple. I don't just talk that talk. I live that. I understand it 400%. Down 100%. Simple as that. So I wasn't that when he passed. Big difference. That's my point. But I put it in perspective. Simple. I can do that. Everybody does different. At funerals, I don't cry. I'm not going to cry for a dead, no matter who it is. Okay? Why? I understand death at this point in my life. I couldn't say that back then. I got more before I said when stop. That's pain. That's hurt. I get it. I experience it. I know it. That don't still make it right or justified. Wilding out acting a fool because you're hurt. Really? Get over it. My mom's favorite phrase. In death. For those survivors, this too soon shall pass. Why? You gonna get past this moment. Moving on. Then watch this. I saw death all my life, okay? Of my loved ones, from my grandparents to my great-great-grandmother. So death don't move me. I've gotten an understanding about it from early childhood. But when it hit home, I thought I had, no man, that thing knocked me down. So okay, when you're ignorant, emotions, no control. So get past that. But now, if you're afraid of death, you don't know yourself. Knowing thyself, becoming enlightened, death ain't something that you fear. Why? It's a process that you know you're going to go through. So fearing it, we don't have none. What they say, that to walk through the valley of evil, the shadow of evil, death, whatever. Yeah, earth. As I walk this earth, I got no fear of death. Man, I don't give a damn about death. If he came to the door right now, who is it? Death. Come on. It's time to go? Okay, no problem. Why? This is over. Party's over. I know where I'm going. He didn't know where he was going. That's fear. Okay? That's why it's good to know, not believe. I tell y'all all the time, I don't believe in God. Well, no, I know God. Simple as that. So to stop with that your belief nonsense, give it to somebody who cares. Death only and surely comes to the physical body, but it also take out the ignorant who didn't know themselves. Why? Y'all getting reincarnated. Only thing gonna die is your consciousness. Okay? That guy right there, he's dead. Gone. Not the physical guy, but him, his personality, that's what died. Your consciousness. That dies. That's the ego. The ego self is who you are. When that dies, you gotta be reincarnated, he get kicked aside, you get a fresh memory, the ego gets started all over again. Moving on, conceptually. But all these bad feelings are really your personal regrets about the loved one that passed. Something you didn't do, something you went, all that, don't give a good crap about that. That's personal, got nothing to do with me. And my philosophy teaches me, and me and my mother talk about it every day. If you feel bad about your loved one that died, death, that's your own what? Regrets. Deal with it. Why? It's all on you. I give it to, she said, give me my flowers while I can smell them. Every day. Love you, Mom. Start my day. So in the event that something happened during that day, if I don't get to talk to her tomorrow, ain't like I missed it. Why? I come my touch of the day. Moving on. I hear people regretting not calling their parents more, not doing it. That's on you. Do something about it. Simple as that. All that talking about nonsense don't do no good. Moving on. Well, we had there. Okay. Now, if you feel bad, okay, yeah. I tell you, my mom, I love her like I do my rightism life lessons, what? Daily. I tell her that. And right after that, I'm going to do my show. She knows that, okay? Understand? That's what I do. But if you show your love for your loved one while they're here daily, you won't have to have regrets about nothing when they die. Simple as that. If you gave them your all while they was here, we know they're going to pass. So when they pass, don't feel bad. Why? You gave your all. Moving on. Understand, first of all, whoa. Okay, right here. Yeah, obviously, okay. Okay. Death is the opposite of life. But remember, the body is not immortal. The spirit is. But your consciousness, if it didn't make the connection by getting enlightened, if your body and your consciousness don't become one, you will be reincarnated. Your consciousness, your ego will be taken away. Again, understand, death to the physical body is for everyone. This is our clothes for the spirit. It's going to wear out. Like a pair of jeans, no matter how good they feel, sooner they're going to wear out. If you wear them every day, they're going to wear out. So in time, the body runs out. Okay, now, but the life after death is not. If your spirit is enlightened, you live the good, righteous life, you're going to go on to the afterlife, where the whole goal for us coming here and learn lessons so we can get there. Ain't no other way to get there. Christ told you, only way to the Father is through me. Righteousness. Knowing thyself, become Christ conscious like I did. Know thyself. It was a modern way of telling you that. I'm just giving you the understanding from my perspective. And the same thing, he's telling you, everything he's saying was right and true. I don't have a problem with that at all. Not a bit. Not a one. He always tells you what to do when he leaves. Go into the man, follow the man with the water. Go into his house. You get more information from him. Why? I got mystery for you. Okay, I did my job. I brought you the message. Now, he going to inform you. That's what we're in right now, information age. So, if you gave your all to your loved one while he was alive, you won't hurt in death. What's the hurt? What's the regret? None. That's why. That's the difference. When a child strays, and all of a sudden somebody they feel so bad. Yeah, well, that's on you. Moving on. I had no regrets after my father's death. I just was ignorant of how to handle death. I used to tell people who lost their parents. At one time, both my parents alive, I didn't understand. That's tough. But when it happened, woo-hoo-hoo, lesson well learned. Okay, but I just put him in what? My memory bank. You hear me point to him every day. In prayer. He's Duda. In my prayer. That's what I'm talking to. My God now has a face. I don't have to use the Egyptian God. I ain't got to make a good God. No, I got my dad. Simple. Moving on. Personally, that's how I do it. Okay? And our ancients, they did what you call ancestral worship. I mean, they kept their dead relatives in life. Why? Through memory. Speaking their name. I call our ancestral worship, call people's name out. That's personal information. There's a TMI right there. But the whole point is dealing with death of a loved one. You got to get better at knowing you first. And not anything else, you're going to fall short. Your emotions will get the best of you. I just had an emotional moment. I just had a moment, yeah. I mean, one time, I couldn't stop it. I said, what's this crying? Man, I cry like a woman. Nah, that's your humility. I get it. I understand. So now I got perspective. I got understanding. Again, that helps with self-mastery. If I can't control my emotions from crying by the situation I'm trying to give a lesson about, that's not going to go over too well. All right? I never forget, I was doing my show on the internet with my brother. My nephew called that. He got emotional. Man, you can't do that. Dude, it was real. What you want me to say? And my dude said, no, let it be. That's cool. That's real. What? Dude, that emotion. I'm a grown man. I got emotion. Get over it. Moving on. But when you wild out at the food, that's okay. Cussing, ranting, because you mad, you upset by something. I'm tears of joy. I feel good. Moving on. See, I don't do no other stuff, but yeah, I got control over that now. All right. Again, I love my dad. Okay? I love my dad like no other. Even back then, more than my mother. I chose my dad. Why? I'm like my dad. It's the male thing. It's the ego thing. Okay? I tell you, the older I get, the more I get like my mother. Angels, mother, father, bad guy, good guy. I didn't listen to my mother too much. Moving on. Those are regrets. Why I should listen to her a lot more. I probably would save myself a lot of aggravation messing with this guy. Didn't I learn nothing from her? All right. Yeah, I learned how to be pissed off with him, but yeah, that's another story. Okay, it's getting personal again. Get out of there, dog. Get out of there. Where you at? All right. Now, I was hurt emotionally, and that's what hurt me. Your feelings, everything is hurting. Why? Because I had not gained self-knowledge. So my emotions, I had no control over them. That's why. And now I deal with death like anything else. Another thing, another part of life, another phase of life. I've gotten better with that from what? Exercising my right. I had a bunch of people die, and I go do the same thing all the time. Maintain and just be there. Well, I ain't got time for that. Moving on. And watch this. Now, because that's my best friend, Lynn Gardner. Sometimes, two people deaf, I had to actually interact. One, I had an out-of-body experience where I'm looking at me at the pulpit. I'm like, what the what? It took me years before I told anybody about that. My man Lynn, I heard everybody talking about, I had to. I had to. Sometimes you just got to say, and everybody talking glowingly about him. At death. I told the truth about him. Don't care. That's my dude. All right, wrapping it up. Now, I am seen by some as cold, no feelings, no emotions. Now, why? Because I have emotional control. I'm not doing that. So I'm the voice of reason, I'm the cold-blooded guy, don't nothing faze him, all that nonsense. So, okay, all perspective. That's what I'm trying to change their perspective, could kill us personally about it, but I get it, I understand. Again, when somebody says something about you, they can be right, but in the way they want to be, and I understand that I'm not beat for that. Why? I ain't trying to impress you one way or another, so whatever you think and feel, you got the right to do just that. Moving on. Self-mastery. Again, wrapping it up, taking it home. I can't talk that talk without her. Self-mastery comes in handy when at the death of a loved one. I've been doing this for a while, and it works to a charm. And everybody, dude, nope. Again, nope. I was impressed, personally, with who? With my mom and my sister at the death of my niece. A few years ago. Man. I thought I'm just, at that time I was still in the process, so I was pretty cool. So I'm looking, I ain't thinking they my mother told me when I came to her about God, she said, baby, you ain't the first one to know God. We all know God. So sit your ass down and all that running around acting a fool. We ain't trying to have that. So in my friend, they'll give a damn about right thinking. I'm just saying, it ain't moving now. All right, why? Because they got their own thing. And when my niece passed, me and my little brother, okay, we had a plan. All right, I'm taking mommy, you got Tony. Cool. All right. And when my mother turned during the service, and the guy who sent off was her childhood master preacher, so he knew everything about her. He laid it out. Best funeral I've ever been to ever. Why? It wasn't that, it was a good send off. Why? Because he knew her. And from her childhood all the way up, she was in the church, so that made it easy. All right, so I'm cool with that. But I figured when my mom got to go out and say her little speech, she might need a little help. She got a little cane, so I said, okay, and I walk and dig with her. When she got up to go move, I got up and I'm good. I'm good, honey. Now my nickname for my mother. She called me Hyman. Females will know who that is. A lot of my brothers won't have a clue. So sisters, help the brothers out. Do me a favor. Okay, moving on. Just again, what's with this TMI? This is about personal stuff. But yeah, that's my mom's name. She told me that that day, so I got to give it to you when it happened. So she's no, I'm good. I got it, honey. All right. I was what? My mom was my sister. Was what? His. Oh yeah, my mom was mine and my sister was his. All right, to speak. So when my sister got up, she shrugged her off and strutted her stuff, did her thing. And I'm like, they strong in that emotional spot. I was impressed with that. That's what I'm saying. And watch this. I was going to assist my mom physically by holding her hand. She said, no, I got this, Hyman. Okay. Wrapping it up. Again, she did her thing, and my sister did also. And it was cool. And I was impressed with that. Still is to this day. So when death comes to a loved one around us, don't expect us to wild out and act the fool. That's what I'm saying. We know one thing. We're God conscious, so in death, we're cool. It's a family trait. Practice it. You can do it too. It's all good. In closing, right thinkers, here we go. May you all live to be 100. I ain't trying to go to none of y'all funeral, so let me die a day before, so I never know that none of my right thinkers have passed away. Even my loved ones.